Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and yes, I know, no Code Vein news, but today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, which is Shift, the developer of Code Vein and God Eater. I've been playing all of the God Eater games and having heard a lot of Freedom Wars, I figured that maybe I could talk about what I think of this developer and what I think of their games. So Shift is an indie game developer which, from what I've been reading, only has the size of 66 employees, which is really not much. However, I don't know if this number is still exact because there has been some tweets and articles about them hiring more people and increasing the size of their teams. They have also been around since April 1996, meaning they should be 23 years old this year. And 23 years old is kind of a bit old for game developers. I think From Software is 10 years older than them actually, but despite their age, Shift has not really worked on many big projects. Some of their games are very small, including a lot of mobile games as well. The biggest projects are pretty much the God Eater franchise and Freedom Wars, which were mainly PSP games. So because they have worked a lot on very small games and because they have been indie for so long, I feel like they don't have a lot of experience with bigger projects, and still I think they did very well with the God Eater games. Now, the thing that I find a bit strange about this game developer is that their games are generally kind of low budget, but for Code Vein I feel like they had a much bigger budget just looking at how they have been marketing this game. I mean, the devs have been traveling a lot just to present the game at multiple events. They've been traveling to China, Korea, the US, France, and the game has been in multiple events in Japan, and they have hosted 1 or 2 events as well, and they also have a bunch of merch. So the budget was definitely there, and even in terms of quality, Code Vein looks much better than God Eater. The good thing is that part of the marketing worked because a lot of people are very interested in Code Vein, but the other part of the marketing, meaning trailers, articles, and reveals, has pissed off a lot of people as well. Part of me feels like the delay is a good thing because a lot of people will forget about Code Vein a little bit, and it will also allow them to show more gameplay this time, but it would be better gameplay, which has way more value than 10,000 story trailers, especially for Souls-like games. Other part of me is also hurt by this delay because it's kind of boring, honestly, and I've been torturing myself mentally every day thinking about what aspect of the game they could possibly change, which is why I've made all these videos. Now, if I had to set some of my expectations for this game and for the changes that they will be making, I am mostly looking forward for some changes in the animations, because I'm not going to lie, the animations play a great part in what makes this game look good and bad at the same times. In terms of the player character animations, some stuff look really nice, like the blood veil attacks or executions. I think they all look really cool. I also like looking at the one-hand sword and the great sword. In fact, I feel like they have put way more work into those weapons than in other weapons. I feel very 50-50 about the halberd. Even though it looks like the weapon I really want to main, I think some of its animation look nice, and I also think some of the animations look kind of lame. Though I like the flow of the combat with that weapon a little bit more, which is why I want to main it. Now you have other weapons like the bayonet and the hammer, which I think personally are the worst looking weapon in the game. Every time I look at them, I get really bored, and I think the hammer is probably the worst weapon in terms of animation. The gun is slightly following it behind. Now, the fact that we have seen a lot of gifts and they all share the same animation is also a negative point to me. Now, when it comes to the enemies, man, I've been talking about them a lot, and I really don't want to talk about them anymore. But the only thing that I will say is that overall, they all have terrible idle stance and terrible transitions in their animations, even the bosses. And the way they attack make the combat look very static. There has also been some people complaining about the combat having a lack of weight and also having a lack of impact. and I totally agree with that. So like I said, I don't want to talk about this for too long because I've already covered a lot of these things. So there's definitely work needed in the animations. Even when I say I like the one-hand sword and the great sword, they can still be better than what they are. I hope they have been working on this aspect the whole time, and aside of that, I will also hope for some more improvements in terms of the enemy AI as well. So the reason why I really want them to work on the animation is because I liked God Eater in the first place because of the character design, monster designs, and the weapon design as well. They all look so over the top and I really like it. And animations is a complement to designs. Having a good looking character, well animated, and with good graphics, I think that really should be the goal for Shift and for the God Eater team specifically. Something like level design is also important, but I do not think that is a strength that they have right now. Actually, level design, I believe, is the main strength of From Software, for example, because it's what actually makes the Souls game more enjoyable, and it makes the combat a lot more enjoyable. So the idea is that they have to work on their strength instead of filling like the holes that they currently have. So I was really glad to hear that they were hiring last year. I just don't know in what department they've been hiring. Anyways, this will be all. This is all for this video. It was a very short video, but yeah, I'm really excited for this game. I'm still hoping that something will happen, especially for the month of April, because it will kind of be the anniversary of this studio, right? So I hope that for that occasion they will show us something, maybe for the April Fools, who knows. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you are excited for Code Vein as well, you can like and subscribe, and I guarantee you that the day or the hour or the time they show something, I will be on and I will be watching it. I'll be analyzing it. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.